What's going on, everybody? Cowboy C3. Well, I mean, you know, positive win. Playing for pride today. Cowboys went out, handled business. Offense looked, well, especially in the first half. Defense had some shaky moments, but when it counted the most, they came through and got some stops for a 30-23 win against the Washington Commanders. Good job, Christmas Day win. Looked pretty solid. Solid performances on offense. Some decent performances on defense. Yeah, let's talk about it right here next on Cowboy Spirit.
Here we go! Yeah, here we go! Wait, take Cowboy Spirit.
Throws back of the end zone. There's CeeDee
What's going on, everybody? Cowboys win 30-23 today on the early Christmas game. In a game that didn't really mean much, but it's a divisional rivalry. Don't never want to lose to the little brothers of the division. We talked about that yesterday. Dak Prescott goes 19-37 for 307, 2 touchdowns. Malik Davis, 20 carries for 103 yards. Javonte Williams exited out with a shoulder injury, had 13 for 54 and a touchdown. Was running the ball extremely hard. Yeah. Not even questioning how he hurt his shoulder. If you watched the game today, you saw he was running extremely hard. Looked good doing it. Hunter Lemke added 7 carries for 30 yards. We're talking about Javonte at 4.2, Malik Davis at 5.2, and Hunter Lemke at 4.3 yards a carry. Dak added 4 carries for 24 yards, 6 yards a carry. Don't let Dak get electric on Christmas Day. Cavante 1 catch for 86 yards and a touchdown. Pick had 4 for 78. CD had 5 for 46. Jalen Tolbert had 4 for 31. Span 4 had 1 for 31. Schoon had 2 for 15. Jake Ferguson had a catch for 6 yards and a touchdown. Had an excellent catch right there on the first drive of the game. It was a great catch. One-handed grab with the offhand. And then he got injured, hurt his ankle, I think, and then he was out for the remainder of the game, just trying to keep people healthy. Siobhan Revelle played a good game today. Shamar James played a good game today. Jadeveon Clowney played a good game today. Donovan Wilson played pretty decent after he got his helmet knocked off by Deebo Samuel. I told y'all Deebo is a Cowboy killer. And he had a pretty good game. Defensive line looked pretty good. Linebackers was shaky at best, but Morris Lufau came in the game at the end of the game and started making tackles. I told y'all. Take Murray out, put Lufau in, and let him make some mistakes. He's going to do some boneheaded things because he's young and wild, but he will stick his hat in there and make some plays, and he did pretty decent today. Josh Johnson went 15-23 for 198. Ja'Cory Crosby-Merritt went 11 for 105. They had some issues stopping him at the end of the game. They did, and it's just that run defense where it starts to get shaky on you. But, overall, not a bad performance. Deebo had 2 carries for 25 yards. Deebo had 2 catches for 68 yards. Terry McLaurin had 5 for 63. Ben Sinnott had 3 for 29. Traylon Burks had a catch for 11 yards. Javon Kinlaw had 5 tackles for them. Bobby Wagner had 5 tackles. Put a pretty good hit on Dak. Dak got up kind of shaking that right arm, which I don't know if you get a little bit nervous. But towards the end of the season, you don't want to risk, some sort of major injury that can potentially put you out for a part of next season, if not the entire next season, because it's so late. But, Dak got up, shook it off. You could tell he was focused. He wasn't coming out of the game. So, overall, a good victory. Put some exclamation marks, and Dak talked about it. Put some positivity, and some building blocks together for next season. Not going to the playoffs, unfortunately, but you want to build some stepping stones going into next season. And like I said, you got some guys that are playing for their life, for their livelihood here with the Dallas Cowboys. You got guys that like Terrence Steele, Kenneth Murray Jr., Trayvon Diggs, and they all contributed today in their own way, and they didn't have terrible football games. But, still blocked pretty well today. I didn't think he did bad at all. Dak was under some duress early in the game, but in the middle of the game. But most of that was coming from the left side. Particularly left guard, TJ Bass didn't play terribly well, but he had some pretty good moments, especially in the run blocking. The running game today, total yards for team total yards. Cowboys went for 480 total yards to Washington's 328, 269 passing, 211 rushing for the Cowboys, 190 and 138 rushing for the Commanders. Cowboys averaged 5.5 yards a play. Washington averaged 8 yards a play. Cowboys had 28 first downs. Washington had 17. Cowboys for 8 of 20 on third down. Washington was 1 of 6. The Cowboys today were 6 of 6 on fourth down. Washington didn't go for it on the fourth down. 87 total plays for the Cowboys to 41 total plays for Washington. Washington scored on some big chunk plays. That's kind of they got their nose back in the game, but the Cowboy defense, when it mattered the most, they stepped up and shut them down. Cowboys punted once. Washington punted 3 times. Cowboys allowed 6 sacks today, and a lot of that had to do with Dak just holding on to the ball for too long. I say 3 of those sacks were for Dak just holding on to the ball for a long time. Washington allowed 2. One thing I didn't like, again, is the Cowboys will generate pressure at the beginning of the game, and then they'll just stop generating pressure. Josh Johnson looked pretty comfortable back in the pocket. Sometimes it seemed like he had like an hour to throw. Just couldn't generate pressure. Again, and when you play good football teams, that'll come back and bite you. But today, you were safe because Washington's down to their third quarterback. And, Josh Johnson, they rattled him a little bit at the beginning of the game, and he was a little uncomfortable. Penalties, Cowboys had 11 for 89. Washington had 10 for 71. No fumbles lost, no interceptions thrown for either team. Time of possession is the tail of the tape in this entire game. Cowboys held the ball for 38 minutes and 44 seconds to Washington's 21 minutes and 16 seconds. So Cowboys just controlled the ball and bled the clock out. Aubrey missed another field goal today, but was it from 56 yards, I believe? He missed it bad, though. I haven't seen him miss one. 58 yards. Haven't seen him miss one that bad in a while. But you could tell his foot kind of slipped, and that grass at that stadium isn't the best in the world. But, they're going to change the stadium here in a little bit to the old RFK Stadium site here in the next couple years. So, yeah, maybe it'll get better. I doubt it. That's just one of the things about playing the Redskins football team, Commanders, whatever you want to call them, that playing surface, once it gets late in the season, for that particular team, the playing surface just gets bad. But, overall positive win. Cowboys were 2 of 2 in the red zone. Washington was 1 of 3. 3 or 4 field goals for the Cowboys, 3 of 3 for Washington. So, yeah, overall, good team performance, good win, just a good team win for the Cowboys. Dak Prescott and Kevontae Turpin were the players of the game. Walked out with the Netflix Santa jacket, It was pretty cool. Michael Irvin did the postgame. And they got a tomahawk steak for winning, and Mike was up there eating the tomahawk. Man, that dude is funny as hell. He crazy. I don't know if y'all got a chance to see him at the Texas A&M game against Miami, but he acted a damn fool at that game, man. If y'all can go and look at Netflix and watch Michael Irvin in that damn game, there's some people, they was pissed off of him. He had a damn trash can with a 12-man jersey on it, beating it with a belt. That man, they was ready to whoop his ass out there, man. They don't play that shit about that 12-man. But yeah, I thought Malik Davis ran the ball extremely well. No Jaden Blue, he was inactive again today. Hunter Lemke ran the ball. When he got a chance, he ran the ball well. Javonte Williams was really, really, really running the ball. He had a punishing run in the first drive of the game, and put Sandstrom flat on his ass. Punishing run, and then the next drive, Deebo Samuel knocked Donovan Wilson's helmet in the air. Man, it was physical. It was physical. But, I wouldn't expect anything less, especially with this being a rivalry game, and it's Washington versus Dallas. It's gonna be physical. It's gonna be scrappy. Don't matter if one team's in first place, one team's in last place, or they both battling for last place. It's gonna be physical. It's gonna be physical. It's gonna get ugly. They play each other hard. Yeah, man. I got some really good friends of mine that are Commander fans. They support the show though, man, and I appreciate it. So, Michelle and Lauren, I'm sorry y'all got y'all ass whooped again, man. That's terrible. Merry Christmas though. I hope y'all Christmas. Hope y'all have a great Christmas in all seriousness. But yeah, you're gonna have to take this ass whooping today. Cowboys moved to 7-8-1. Play next week to go for 500. And I go back and start reading social media and stuff, man. And especially during the game, I'm always on social media looking at stuff, seeing if I can have stuff to talk about on here or whatever. And most of the time it's always something negative, and it's always something negative about the quarterback. There's this guy on Facebook, man. I guess he lives his life just to post stuff about Dak Prescott, and it's funny as hell to me. But he was in rare form today on Christmas Day, and it just shows you like the there's a lot of people in a lot of circles that say we have bad fans. Cowboys have bad fans, and I don't agree, but I understand where the stereotype comes from. There are some there are some comical Cowboy fans, and you can tell people that don't know ball just by how they talk about things, how they talk about the team, how they talk about what's going wrong with the team. I mean, you have a Pro Bowl quarterback who may be an All Pro quarterback this year. Definitely one of the top two in the NFC, right? Him and Matthew Stafford, but this is all his fault. The reason that they don't get things done is their fault, and people don't understand that the other team that they play, no matter who they play, whether it's Washington or the Chargers or the Chiefs or the Eagles, it doesn't matter. That other team has a defense that is paid a lot of money to stop what the Cowboys offense is doing. And as prolific as the Cowboys offense has been this season, there are times where they go dead. And they go dead because these teams make adjustments to what they're doing. And they have to, the Cowboys have to come back and find something else that works. There's no NFL team that's just going to come out and let you put up 63 points on them, unless it's the Dallas Cowboy defense. There's just no defense that's going to allow you to do that. Pride kicks in, dudes make a lot of money to make plays, and, the defensive coordinators will adjust as necessary in order to stop whatever you're doing. Because I don't care what offense it is, if it's a Pop Warner offense or if it's an NFL offense. If I see something that's working and it's consistently working, I'm going to do it until you stop it. That's what I'm going to do. If 26 power is working the entire time, I'm going to run 26 power until you stop it. And then I'm going to run 27 power, and then I'm going to go right back to 26 power until you prove to me that you can consistently stop what I'm doing. And the Cowboys do that a lot. They'll go to plays will work. They'll go back to the play, it'll work again. Now I'm finna run until you stop it. And Washington did a pretty good job, in between the second and third of stopping some of what the Cowboys were doing. Scored 17 points in the second quarter, but they only scored 6 points total in the second half. And the reason is Washington made some adjustments. They like, man, y'all not just going to continue to do this to us. And then once Javonte Williams got hurt, inserted Malik Davis, and Malik Davis had success running the ball, and I'm just going to run the ball down your throat and take some clock off. The sooner people understand that's how football works, the better off you'll be. The whole goal to that, though, is for your defense to start, to make some timely stops. And other than the big runs by Merritt, you know what I mean? The Cowboy defense didn't play terrible. I saw him breaking on some balls. Saw Siobhan Revelle up until he got hurt, made some, he's having a pretty good game. Diggs was in the mix, a couple times. Yeah, I mean, there was some players out there that played some pretty, significant parts of the game that made some pretty significant plays. And that's all you can really ask for in this point of the season. Put some tape on film. And whether it's for the Cowboys or for another team, you just want to put some quality tape out there so teams can see it. And today there were some players that did that. And that's perfectly fine. There were some players out there that didn't do it too. So, one more game. Got these Giants coming up, and we'll see how they do. You got a chance to go 8-8, and will it mess up some draft position? Yeah, it will. You know what I mean? It'll put you from maybe top 10 to, top 15. But, I mean, it's not going to really ruin anything. You got 2 picks. You don't have a second. I believe you don't have a third. So you got 2 picks in the first. You got to make them count unless you're going to trade one for some capital back in the second and third round. But, there's an opportunity here to right the ship, get some things moving in the right direction. And, Dak had a point. Just make some, put some building blocks down for next season. And like we talked about yesterday, it is for some of these guys, it's an audition. This is an open 2-week audition for you to put some quality stuff out here in these film studies. So, the Cowboy organization can decide whether they're going to keep you or they're going to get rid of you. So, yeah. Anyway, I got the whole family here today, man. We're about to, hold on. Let me look at this real quick. And I'll tell y'all right now, but I promise you it's 85 degrees outside. The temp right now in Dallas, Texas is 78 degrees in Dallas. It feel like it's 85. It's 78 degrees. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm about to go outside and put these New York strips on the grill for Christmas Day, and we're about to have a motherfucking party. Damn it. Merry Christmas to everybody. From me, from my family to your families. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. I hope Santa visit all y'all's cribs and gave y'all what y'all wanted and needed. And yeah, man, Jesus is born today. You guys have a great day. Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, everything. Have fun with the families. We'll check y'all out next time, man. We'll be back in the middle of the week, and then we'll come back and do a pre and a post game for Sunday versus the Giants. And that'll be it, man. That'll be the end of the season. No playoffs. But we'll continue to move throughout, the year, the rest of the year afterwards. We'll talk about off-season needs, and I'm pretty sure we'll talk about some changes right after the season ended. I got a feeling that it's going to be some people get fired. But anyway, we'll talk about it. All right, y'all. Peace. Love each and every one of y'all. Have a Merry